So when I went on the licence, we just couldn't get a winner, and it was like, am I ever going to train a winner? So it was a massive relief.
Certainly more than meets the eye when it comes to this well-travelled horse trainer, and he joins us now. Sam, I mentioned travel in there because you have lived overseas. Well, we're going to come back to your travel and get some hot tips from you a little bit later on. But first, I want to talk about cricket. You went over to play in England.
I was working full-time and cricket on the weekends, so it was a pretty busy schedule. I was sort of working 6-7 days a week and playing cricket every Saturday afternoon, every Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I did that and then quickly moved on from cricket and put it to the side.
And so what happens, you come back, you start working closely with your dad, you then become co-trainer in the 2020-2021 season. I can imagine that'd be a pretty good feeling after being fairly experienced for then a couple of years.
Yeah, it was. It probably came up a little sooner than I was expecting. I thought it really came from Dad, who felt that I was ready, and not a lot changed in what I was doing with Dad anyway. But
the responsibility.
Yeah, suddenly it's on me. I can't just blame Dad for any mistake that happens.
Do you remember your first win as an official? You do?
I do. Yeah, it was Criminal was his name. It took a while though. I think we had a run of like 20 outs. So when I went on the licence, we just couldn't get a winner, and it was like, am I ever going to train a winner? So it was a massive relief, yeah.
What does the celebration then look like when you finally get that win?
Yeah, I don't generally celebrate them all that much, so it was pretty tame, and it's been the same much throughout a lot of even the big race successes that we've had.
Why do you not celebrate them? I think people would be going, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I probably got it from Dad, so he's always kept a very level head.
You went over to Royal Ascot. I can only imagine that would be pretty memorable.
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, Artorius is a horse that can be a little frustrating with his running style.
Yeah, what goes through your mind? Because it was like, what, a dead heat for third.
Yeah.
It's sort of like I didn't think I have no nails as it is, but I think I'd have no nails. Like that was, It's hard to watch.
He's one of the hardest horses to watch. Anyone who's probably been with me at the races would know I get quite anxious and nervous. I watch races on my own. I don't like to watch them around. Yeah, I generally watch it on my own.
All right, well, we want to get back to your travel tips. We've talked about the hard-hitting racing stuff now, so I think it's time to go have a beer. And now it's time for Sam's travel tips. Where is the best country or city to watch the races?
Well, I was in France, so I was in Deauville for Artorius' race. Very French, it was all very beautiful, everything was well set up, it was a bit quieter.
The best place to eat overseas?
I went to Zuma in Dubai, which was awesome.
Where is the best place to drink overseas? I think everyone wants to know this one.
Croatia, Carpe Diem, that club was a lot of fun.
Most entertaining city or country?
Yeah, Positano, that was probably up there with the best place that I've been.
What is a highlight of spring for you?
Hopefully a Group 1 winner would be a potential highlight, but yeah, Cup Week in general, Derby Day is probably the best day on the calendar, and Caulfield Cup Day, so I think those 2 days.
And who can we be keeping an eye on this spring?
He was a bit disappointing first up, a horse called Duel, who will head towards the Coolmore.
All right, well, you've given the punters a little bit there, so thank you for that.
Cheers.